We have come to that point, and I'm going to show you here in a minute what that point is. But we got to get the bed set into this 54 King. Now, why set the bed first? Because everything's going to come off of that measurement up to the door, from the back to the door. Remember, we've got that overhang, that 18 inches of overhang where we run out of floor. Yeah, guess what? Yeah, we got the heater going. But why do you have the heater going? It's cold again. What the heck? It was 71 degrees yesterday. It's like 24 outside. Hey, if you're getting any kind of value out of any of these videos, would you please hit the like, subscribe, bell. I know I'm asking a lot, but hey, give me a comment. You guys have been doing a lot better on your comments here lately, and I appreciate it. But back to the bed. I have got to turn this piece of 1/2 inch 4x8 sheet of plywood into a bed. Now remember, Jim is a big man. He's 6'4". So he needs a little bit more room to stretch out than our usual 48 inch wide bed. He wants 54, so he's willing to sacrifice that extra 6 inches of closet space to have a comfortable bed. So we're gonna do that for him, and I'm gonna show you exactly how you have to frame this thing up. I'm inside the walls of our 1954 King. Now, as I've been telling you, this right here is that bump out. All the way out to here. You can barely see it. That's the end of the floor. So that's where we're going to start. Our bed is at the edge of the floor. The framing. Now, the bed has to go all the way back here. So we're going to have to put up some side pieces. Now, one thing that we have to remember that we're going to do a little different on this than we do on some of our other campers is there is going to be a porta potty that is stored underneath the bed. So I've gotten the measurements, and I have to be 17.5 inches to the first 2x4 that holds our plank. So we have to have 17.5 inches of clear space. So that means that I'm going to mark up 17.5 inches so that I can start setting my side rails. It's also going to help us with our stability. And we've got to go out here kind of almost cantilevered. So we've got to make sure that we are stout. So I'm going to come over here real quick, and I'm going to go up 17.5. I'm going to come over here and go 17.5. I'm not going to just make a straight line. What I did do is I went east and west and made sure that our bubble was in the middle, and I went north and south to make sure that our floor was level. So if we make the floor level, north, south, east, and west, when we make our bed, it will be level. That is very important. Once you set this camper up at the campground, you level it based on your bubbles outside, which I base off of my bubble inside. I don't care if anything else in this whole trailer is level or off level. That doesn't matter as long as the interior is level, in my opinion. But I like to sleep, and I like to sleep comfortably. So I'm going to put this on right here on both of these marks. There you go, right there and right there. Now I got to make sure this bubble is right in the middle, and it is off a touch. So I've got to come up a touch right here. I'm going to just draw a little mark here, a little mark here, and see how far off I really was. Not bad. It's level. We just need it level. So I'm going to draw this line, and let's see right here. And you know, I don't know about you, but maybe that 1/8 of an inch wouldn't have made a difference. Maybe it would. So we got to go out to here. All right. Now next, I ripped down a 1.5 by 1.5 board, and I'm going to set it up right here. Put this nice, fresh, flat side. I want it to be here and here. And I cut in at 53.5 because I want a little extra, because it's going to be 54, but I want a little extra room to work off of on this end. So I'm going to, we're right on the line. I'm going to tack it in a little bit right here. And let's see, there should be one coming down right here. So I'm going to get that one in right there. Okay, now I can start putting some screws in, hold that in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drill a little pilot hole first. Then I'm going to start with a 2-inch. I may go get a 2.5. Probably going to go get a 2.5 inch screw. I'm going to run that right through. That's going to hold up this side. Then I'll go to the other side. Bed is framed in. It is dried out at exactly 54. Just wanted you to have a good look. I already jumped up and down on it, and it is super stout. Super stout. Now, my next step is I've got to go over here, and I've got to make the platform for the bed. So remember, we got to go 54. This is only 48 wide. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this down to 54. Or can't cut it down to 54. I'm going to cut it out to 75 1/8 by 48. I'll set it in there, and I've already made the necessary measurements so that this will be on center of the 2x4. And then I'll cut the excess to fit it out to 54. So here we go. Going to show you how I'm going to install this real quick. Nothing real big deal about it, just there's a little bit when you're going out 54 on a 48. I just wanted you to see how I'm going to do it. Pull that in through the back window. We got to snug this up real good up against the back. And so we still have 75 right here, but we got to measure. Even though we know it's 54, that doesn't mean anything when you're bowing out in the back. It could be a 1/2 inch off. So we need, and it just about was, we need 6 and just about 3/8. So we were off by about 3/8 just because of that bow back there, but that's nothing we can't overcome because all we had to do was make them 6 3/8 right here. Now I want to kind of show you that up real close real quick. So that way we have got this 6 3/8 sitting on 2. So it doesn't matter that it's only 6 3/8. It's sitting on 2 rafters right there. And there's a rafter under here. So that one's sitting on rafters all the way across. You saw that. So everything is going to be super sturdy, super stout. That's what the customer's asking for. That's what the customer's going to get. So once I've got that set in place, I've got a piece for right here. I'm going to snug this up to there. Then I've got one for over here. Snug that one in. I'm going to pop just a couple of brad nails in there just to kind of tack it in a little bit. Not anything, you know, to make it permanent. This is just, because we're going to run a few screws in here in a little bit. Not really a lot of screws, just because it doesn't take much. And these brad nails really do the trick. So, I've got that first part on there. I've got it done. And I'm just going to kind of finish up the rest now. All right. There's our bed. That's going to sturdy up that whole back end right there. So I put about 7 screws in it, 3 on each side. You can kind of see I put some wood putty over it. I'll sand that down right there. Just kind of hit those studs just to keep it, you know, it's a trailer. It's going to be going up and down the road. We want to make sure that it's sturdy. Now, I didn't cover up the front. We talked about that. There's Curly. Because on this side, that kitchen sink and the kitchen counter come out about 24 inches. So we don't really need to cover up that first 24 inches. On this side, generally, the cabinet comes out 20 inches. So we don't have to cover that up. And they're going to use the bottom here to hide their porta potty. So we got room for that to go under the porta potty. And anything else they want to store. They've asked that we do not put a door on it. They're going to put a curtain across there. But we'll finish this out. You know, we'll put something over it, and we'll put some amber shellac on it. But that's just going to be wide open there so that they have plenty of access, including the access door there in the back. So that's your bed, 54 inches, full-size bed. It looks really nice.